We could introduce ourselves here. Actually, we could say what that would be like one last piece. Yeah, just 2 minutes of saying like who we are, what we do. I'll start.
In our rubber shoes.
Yes, you should always have rubber shoes. For all aspiring creatives, rubber shoes are the future because it's comfort.
My wife hates them. You're not wearing those?
Rubber shoes are the best. Hi there, my name's Nick. I'm the founder of Vollebak, along with my twin brother, who is currently not here. This project has been about maybe 2 years in the making. It's a funny project to explain. We're basically building a spaceship, which is actually our first shop. You know, we make clothes. Clothes companies have shops, but for us, you know, I'd studied 7 years of architecture, and for me, the idea of building a traditional shop was never going to happen. It felt like when we first did a shop, it shouldn't be a conventional shop. A spaceship felt about right because we make stuff from the future. For us, it seemed inevitable that clothes are going to be delivered one day in a spaceship.
If you think about how do we ship goods on Earth, we put it in a container, we put it on a ship, and we sail it around the world. And in the future, that's also how we're going to ship things in space. When you have industry on the moon and you need to get your clothes to Mars, you will use our galactic transporter, the Spaceshop, for that. So it's really a concept study of transporting goods and materials and clothing, high-tech clothing, from one planet to another planet.
It's a spaceship. It's got 8 Bang & Olufsen speakers in it. It's being made by architects who make this stuff for the European Space Agency. It's a totally wild project. This project has been quite a while in the making. There's maybe 3 parts to the project, and they all focus around the idea of anodized metal across 3 things: a jacket, a speaker, and a spaceship.
So our main occupation for the last few months have been building a space shop for Vollebak together with Bang & Olufsen.
I think we have some pretty awesome things going on, a bit of lucky accidents and some very controlled science.
Since day one of Vollebak, we've been fascinated by materials, and working with Bang & Olufsen, I think they have a similar fascination with materials and a similar fascination with engineering. They're in the sort of sound and technology space, and we're in the clothing space, but I think our fascinations are similar.
Working with an icon like Bang & Olufsen and working with Vollebak, our absolute favorite clothing company in the world, is a dream come true. It is a project like that, they come maybe once in a career.
For us at Vollebak, and hopefully for Creston at Bang & Olufsen, the space shop has a kind of timeless quality to it, in terms of it's got this inner childlike fun of we'd like our first shop to be a spaceship.
When people see it, when my little son looks at it and they see the doors opening, the lights turn on, the speakers blasting, it will be this big, deep feeling that you feel inside. Doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter your background, it will just be the striking, futuristic concept art.
But it also has engineering challenges behind it, which are brilliant, and it has material authenticity behind it, which allows us to make a speaker pretty much not like any bit of technology I've seen before, and a jacket which is very unlike any other jacket I've seen before. Space Shop is going to open this year in June 2025. If you're watching this film, it's already been opened, and then we're going to tour our space shop around the world. We're here in a hangar in the middle of Copenhagen, somewhere secret. We're here with Creston and Seb. This is the most professional, but also the least professional moment of the project because it feels very hard to actually say what we've done, because we've actually made something very exciting. With Creston, we have made a baby. we have made a speaker. And with Seb and Creston, Seb's made a really big baby, which is the space shop. How do you two feel about your babies?
I'm super proud, I would say. Yeah, it was, I think from day one it was a love affair, so which is always a good start for starting a family, I guess.
It's been a very interesting creative journey. It's been very interesting documenting the project. In documenting it, you get to see the project come to life. I think at the end of a year's journey or a 2 years journey or a 3 month journey, whatever the project is, having a physical thing, a physical speaker and a physical spaceship at the end of a journey is essentially every creative's dream, because you can walk around your project and you can look at it and you can touch it and you can listen to it.
I feel sad for the people that don't build physical objects because it's the most satisfying thing in the world.
Yes.
And what happens when you're doing and design an engineering project like this, it's only in the very, very last few days you actually see everything come together.
Yeah. I think what's also so interesting is you see what you'd call the artifice, you see how it works, which I think is brilliant because though you think, Seb, in architecture and space, you're not trying to make everything. It's not for beauty, it's for engineering, it's for purpose, it's so it works, and that is the aesthetic that it gives it.
And it creates a beauty, right? It creates its own
Completely.
aesthetic. Here we just kept it completely honest. Everything is what you see. When the team have been working and bolting and screwing and drilling, and I come down, like every single time in the last week I've seen it, I've just been awestruck.